I don't have Netflix.
Oh.
And I don't really want to chill.
If you have Netflix and you'd like to date Evana, please email someone please date Evana for fucking sooner or later at theempire.nz.
Ivana can't get a date to show up at
And
theempire.co.nz.
Yeah. Please don't stand me up at theempire.co.nz. And this is the topic of today's conversation, is Evana keeps getting stood up. And I have...
Don't say keeps, like it's a weekly occurrence. I've been stood up twice in a year and a half.
But you've only had to not date. So it is a continuing... But the thing that baffles me, right, okay, so the thing that I don't understand is, one, obviously Evana is amazing, she's gorgeous, she's smart, she's funny.
Oh, you're so cute.
All the other bullshit lies I can come up with. But the point is that Evana is, in fact, quite a catch. Like, she's a whole package. And I can't understand, at any level, if someone's like, yeah, I want to go and, I want to go out for dinner, I want to go out for Netflix and chill, which you don't do, whatever the offer is, why would somebody stand that up? Like, I can't fathom how
No, that's what we're trying to figure out today. And the thing is that, so the last one, for example, a couple of weeks ago now, it was him that instigated it. It was him that instigated the date. He asked me out. I did follow him up the night before said date to say, hey, we're still on for tomorrow. And he said, yeah, definitely, but can we just push it out by half an hour? So he said, yes, we're still on. But he did change the time, which I was like, yeah, cool. We confirmed we were meeting. I dragged myself out of bed because I was so sick with the flu the next day. I dragged myself out, did the face and all that kind of stuff.
Did you do your hair better than you did today?
Shut up. Drove all the way there to the meeting place, and I was about 5 minutes late, so I let him know, I'm running a bit late, I'll see you soon. No reply. Wasn't there. No contact after that.
At all?
No contact at all. And I got on and saw that he'd been on social media, so I commented on the picture he'd posted. And I was like, where are you? Hello? Like, no reply.
And this is why you can't comment on my shit on Facebook.
Why?
See, this is a thing that you're touching on that I find incredibly interesting, is when it gets to the point where you're like, and I'm not saying you personally, I mean you do it, but other people do it as well, is when you start really overthinking shit and get to the point where it's like, well, I'm going to go check Instagram, I'm going to go check Snapchat.
Well, overthinking the fact that I got stood up, but he's still on social media posting.
You know, I
and
guess
not
it's
letting
not directly,
me know where he is.
It's not directly being related to stood up, but I mean, obviously the conversation that we had last night in the wee hours of this morning, I mean, like, there is a lot of, like, I mean, as an example, like, sorry to rant, to tell the truth on the internet, but, you were saying that you've got a date lined up and that you already have thought that you're going to get stood up. And and it's like you're preloading that with a negative thing. And I guess, people can get cynical once you get a lot of crap happen to you. Like, I don't really trust anybody anymore. I've been cheated on in, like, every major relationship I've had. And I get that, but I guess the thing is like, you kind of have to get to that point where you're like, okay, well, look, yeah, okay, I've been stood up. Yeah, I've been stood up again, but maybe this one is going to be better. And, do you know what I mean? I guess that's the thing, is like, when you start sort of, you almost make it worse for yourself by going and checking the social stuff. I mean, if it was me and someone stood me up, which doesn't actually happen.
Yes, that's a lie. You got stood up a few weeks
no,
ago.
she was hungover and made up for it last night.
Yes, but still, you did.
Oh,
you
shout
did.
out. No, actually, she wanted a shout out for being very talented with her hands. Rhiannon, you're a wonderful masseuse.
You actually said her name.
She wanted me to.
Nice. I like this girl.
Me too.
Yeah, but she did stand you up a few weeks ago, and you had made an effort to come up here. And
yeah, I was up for work anyway.
But
And then I was
still,
like...
you'd made plans
yeah,
and you had cancelled other plans and stuff. So it still sucks no matter what the reason is to get stood up, because generally one makes plans, shuffles plans, gets ready, especially a woman, Obviously a guy can just get up, leave the house and go to the date. A woman generally will...
Do you think guys put in that little effort?
In general, but I mean, women, you guys don't need to put on your makeup, you don't need to do your hair, because you don't have any, etc., etc.
I still spend about 10 minutes a week on my hair.
Like, some women go, like, I didn't get a spray tan for a date, but, some women spray tan, some women go and get a wax, if it's
for a
that.
Date.
Yeah, if they're planning on, like, there's a lot of effort that goes in
I'm just gonna say right now, like, if you ever put an effort to go on a date with me, thank you. I showered.
Exactly. And you guys shower sometimes and maybe spray some, cologne and it's nice. Yeah, so...
It's all for you. It's actually left over from last
If for some reason you cannot make the date you've set up, please contact them and let them know.
I'm still on the fact of how can that even happen in the first place? I mean...
just message me and go, hey, you know what? I'm really sorry. I don't want to meet you anymore. Yeah, I don't, I'm not feeling it anymore. I've met someone else. I met someone else last night. Whatever.
I have herpes. Whatever the case may be. Well, I don't think Evana does. But
honestly, because, it sucks to have, put in the effort and gone out to meet someone and then not show up.
Do you know what's funny though? Is last night when I was driving in, because you'd almost made me paranoid about the fact it was going to happen again. I didn't even message until I was there, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm in your hood," and she's like, "Okay, sweet, give me 10 minutes or whatever it was." And it was... But do you know what I mean? Like, because last time, I was super wound up and excited, and I planned it all out, and like the hotel room that I had a massive bed for activities, and. And it was all planned out. It was all, and then it didn't happen. It was like, it was a bit upset.
Disheartening,
Yeah.
So when you've gone to that much effort, it's what. And so I just don't understand. It comes back to honesty and being upfront with people. Why can't people do that?
Yeah, and I guess it kind of goes circle back to like the games thing. It's like you're right. Why can't people just be straight up? Be like, hey, look. Sorry, you don't do it for me anymore, or like you say, I met someone else, or whatever it is, just communicate it, And I mean, because like you would know right then, like as an example, like yesterday, the girl I was talking with her in the afternoon, like teeing up what we were going to do that night, and it was at that point, had she had second thoughts, had she had doubts, whatever, it would have been actually, you know what, sorry you came all the way, but actually you can do something else.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Thanks for letting me know.
Yeah. Just as much notice as possible, eh? And so going back to my first stand-up, so this was, I had recently, it was probably actually a good thing because I'd only just come out of a relationship, it probably wasn't ready anyway, but, so my first experience of being stood up was, we'd planned to meet at a bar, restaurant, cafe thing one night in Mairangi Bay, and it was all teed up. We'd talked that morning. Yep, see you at 8 o'clock. I had arranged my night, childcare, all that kind of stuff. That's another thing, I have a kid, so it's not like I can just... Everything's planned. Nothing is spontaneous for a mum, unfortunately, or a dad. I got ready, went to the cafe. He didn't show up. I waited 10-15 minutes, and because I think that's kind of a courtesy, maybe 10 minutes, 15's, no, you're late, it's over. 10 minutes, traffic, Auckland, always. Got back, and I got a message about an hour after our meet time. I'm so sorry, I slept, I didn't set my alarm.
Oh, I was asleep through the alarm because I was day drunk that guy.
Yeah, so he had been out the night before to a corporate event. Went to work the next day, hungover, thought, I'm going to get home from work and have a little nap before my date with Evana. And I was like, he's like, I'm really, really sorry, can I make it up to you? And I was like, alarm clock? Question mark.
You didn't even give him a second chance?
No, because if you can't set an alarm to come and meet me for the first time and you decide you're going to go lie down for a little nap and don't set an alarm, you and I are not going to work out.
See, I guess the difference.
I'm very organised. I set an alarm just in case.
And I guess the difference for me is like even this morning. I mean, it wasn't a date, but it was something I had a meeting this morning that I was really looking forward to, and it was early for me, and I had probably about 4 hours sleep, if that. But I didn't even. I woke up before my alarm because I was excited to go.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if I had a date that evening, even if you have it seedy, whatever, okay, fine, you might not be 100%, but I would still be excited. Because I wouldn't want to go on a random date, this person's interesting. I want to go, so we're going on a date, that's exciting.
Yeah.
If it's not that exciting to you, then don't waste that person's time.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what I mean. If he, I would have hoped he would have been excited to meet me for the first time after talking for a few weeks. So, I'm not going to miss this. I'm going to set an alarm just in case. If you're not that organised and onto it and switched on and excited, then I don't want to know. So
I
he's
think
like,
that
please
you're
give me a
little
second
bit
chance. I
harsh.
was like, no.
See.
You don't get a second chance, buddy.
This is why you're single.
Is this why I'm single? Because I'm a bitch?
Yes. So, ladies, if you don't want to be stood up, don't be a bitch.
No, I'm very structured. I'm very organised. I'm very pedantic. If you can't even set a goddamn alarm, we're not gonna.
We're just covering the same ground now. Set your alarms, lads, and ladies,
Yeah.
don't be a bitch. And thank you for watching this deeply inspiring and educational vlog. We will be back with more of these, so if you enjoyed this, give it a thumbs up. If you think that Evana's too much of a bitch and shouldn't date, give it a thumbs down. We can handle it. And by all means, you need to find out what happens on Evana's date this week. Hit the subscribe button. And find
Tune
out.
in next time.
Bye.
Ciao.